The Senate returned this week with a great sense of purpose and a great responsibility to work to get our state through this crisis, address the harm that COVID-19 has caused our constituents and our economy and our state budget, and continue our work on serious chronic issues facing Californians. This pandemic has uprooted our lives and our state's financial outlook. It's shattered our economy's trajectory, just as it devastated millions of families, neighbors, and friends. But it failed to eliminate the resiliency of our communities and our collaborative and giving spirit. It's failed to eliminate our determination to find solutions that will help heal the impact it's had on our California economy and our people. The Senate Democratic Caucus, as well as the Senate Working Group on Economic Recovery, has been hard at work in recent weeks to determine solutions that offer responsible ways to approach our state's budget and mitigate the financial impacts of COVID-19 on California. Our approach aims to keep the budget balanced through the use of reserves, federal support, and a pragmatic approach to spending decisions that go beyond just the upcoming budget year. I want to pause there for a moment to key in on that one point. We are continuing our multi-year approach that's been a cornerstone of our responsible budgeting over the past decade. We will not look to just cobble together a budget that's precariously balanced for 2021, but instead pass a budget with a projected balance in 2021, 2022, and a stronger position beyond that. Just as Californians who lost jobs and livelihoods will bear the brunt of those losses for years, so too will our state. And we have to plan for it, strategize for it, and find ways to overcome it. Our approach does just that. In addition to our responsible multi-year outlook, our budget approach seeks to avoid becoming part of the economic problem. This first do no harm approach means avoiding major ongoing program cuts or broad middle-class tax increases that may pencil out on some temporary spreadsheet, but actually cause more economic damage and prolong our budget struggles. We know that we have upwards of $100 billion of solutions. With our own tools in the toolbox combined with existing and anticipated federal support to keep our budget balanced. My colleague, Senator Mitchell, who chairs the Senate Standing Committee on Budget and Fiscal Review, will explain this in further detail in just a moment. We're also recommending two specific proposals that would directly help Californians and boost our state's economic recovery. One would create a renter-landlord stabilization program, which would enable agreements between renters, landlords, and the state to resolve unpaid rents over a limited time period. The other proposal would create a $25 billion economic recovery fund through the establishment of prepaid future tax vouchers, which will have the effect of providing economic stimulus now and accelerating future revenues. My colleagues, Senators Bradford and Senator Hertzberg, will talk more about these proposals a little bit later during this call. Our goal with these proposals is to offer ideas for our state budget and recovery that maintain a conscientious approach to spending while also focusing on the needs of all Californians. As this crisis showed us, a decade of responsible budgeting meant California was better prepared for an economic downturn. That was the hypothetical rainy day we had hoped we'd never need. But it's one we are well positioned to weather thanks to our sensible approach when times were good.